My name is Kumiko Chow, and this is speech number 4 for Professor Joe Zubrick's speech class. And the question that I'll be focusing on is, should youth sports be encouraged? If one was to answer the question, when was the last time you played sports? Many would reply along the lines of some time ago. Sports are a form of physical activity that is governed by a set of rules and is often engaged in competitively. For youth, sports can consist of gym class, basketball practice, or dance class. Learning sports can prove to be physically and mentally beneficial throughout one's lifetime, especially when learned at a young age. Sports can be incredibly fun, but also provide lessons that can help in all aspects of life. But there are also some disadvantages of introducing youth to sports. Today, millions of kids participate in a broad range of recreational and competitive teams at younger and younger ages. Approximately 40 million boys and girls ages 6 to 17 play sports and gain the benefits from its participation. So the question is, should children be strongly encouraged into the world of sports, or just concentrate on school and whatever activities they please? I believe that youth sports have vast physical, mental, and social benefits that every child should have the opportunity to take advantage of. The most obvious benefit of sport activity for youth are the physical advantages. Children who participate in sports develop physical fitness at an early age in a fun way, so that it may encourage them to establish lifelong habits for good health. If children play sports regularly, they are less likely to become overweight or obese in the future. Encouraging the healthy habit of exercise at an early age is especially important, since about 15% of children and adolescents aged 6 to 19 are seriously overweight. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that children ages 10 to 13 are reported to have a 70% likelihood of obesity persisting into adulthood. And this early weight gain can be prevented through sport participation. As well, children who participate in exercise have stronger muscles and bones, increased hand-eye coordination, decreased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, lower blood pressure and blood cholesterol levels, and make healthier life choices. R. Pyle, author of Associations Between Intensity of Participation and Health Factors, state that kids who participate in athletics are more likely to be nutrition conscious in their food choices compared to children who are not involved in playing sports. There are also plenty of social benefits that come with youth sport participation. The social benefits may be what initially draws children to sports. It provides an opportunity to spend time with their friends outside the classroom. Children can gain social life skills through interaction from playing in sports. Some of these social skills include conflict solving and effective communication with their peers. I have found that sports bring out the broad spectrum of different personalities in people, and being on the same team will force kids to interact and handle various people in tense competitive situations. As well, I find that I have more patience with confused or temperamental people because I have been exposed to people when they are most aggressive and competitive. Participation in sports is an extracurricular activity that can keep kids off the streets or join the wrong crowd because their time is taken up with school and sports. Through playing on a sports team, kids learn to take orders from their superiors to succeed in their activity, and this can carry on to kids listening well to their bosses or teachers. Besides adopting obedience, children can also gain leadership characteristics in sports and can learn the skills to one day possibly become the boss of a corporation. The social skills from sports can be used in school or workplace because there are a wide variety of people that one encounters at both. Besides the social benefits of children participating in sports, there are also several mental and personal benefits. Sports allow children to clear their mind from social and academic pressures. I know that when I've had a bad day, all I have to do is play a hard game of volleyball and I forget everything else. Some universities even open their gym 24 hours a day during exam time so that students can have some sort of stress relief. Another benefit of youth participation in sports is that they will gain higher self-esteem if they succeed. A child does not need to be individually successful even when the focus is on the team, rather than just individual achievement. Furthermore, since physical exercise from sports lower the risk of a child being overweight, though they will have a better self-image of themselves and gain the necessary confidence he/she needs for life. As well, sports give youth an enjoyable way to develop their own talent through personal effort and preparation. By practicing to improve a sport, children learn the process of preparation to master a move and different approaches for improvement. This method of striving for a goal in sports can be carried on to other walks of life, such as school or work. Unfortunately, in sports, one does not always succeed. Sports allow youth to come into contact with disappointment and barriers at an early age, and thus allows them to develop ways in which to deal with adversity maturely and patiently, whether it is moving on or just practicing harder every day. I know that I adopted my resilience and my will to succeed in everything I do from participating in sports throughout my childhood and present day. Another important aspect of life can be learned from sports is time management. Young athletes are forced to manage their time extremely effectively. Instead of merely having to worry about school, sleeping, and eating, young athletes have to worry about sports, which disciplines them so that they schedule their time well. All through high school, I played in several competitive sports. Sometimes there would be 2 in the same day. On top of that, I had piano lessons, took advanced placement courses, and lived an hour drive away from home. I found myself studying in the car and in between sports just to keep all my grades up, and it was absolutely necessary to manage my time. Even though there are several benefits of participating in sports, there are also some drawbacks. Some people argue that children should not play sports because it takes away from their study time, or that sports will consume their lives. Another argument is that sports can be too aggressive, dangerous, and competitive, and parents may pressure their children too much to succeed. Although there are some disadvantages of introducing youth to sports, I believe that the pros far outweigh the cons. Youth sports usually take less than an hour a day, which would otherwise be spent watching TV or something else frivolous. As well, growing in a competitive environment will help the child prepare for the future. To prevent some potential problems that could arise from sports, young children should focus on teamwork and the enjoyable aspect of sports and leave the competition on the back burner. So, I've gone over how sports provide several opportunities for youth to grow physically, socially, and mentally. Despite the evidence against youth participation, it is vital that sports should be encouraged in schools and by parents. Parents, children, and schools should seek a balance to how sports can be incorporated into the youth's lives. Sports are an amazing tool that can help children succeed and grow in their lives to have a great future. Personally, I believe that sports have opened up so many wonderful opportunities in my life, and to meet new people and grow immensely as a person, and no child should ever miss out on that chance. The end.